Okay, we're back for part 2 of making our beautiful quilted cosmetic bag. I'm just calling it that. It can be whatever bag you want. So, hopefully by now you have quilted both sides, the back side and the front side. Any patches that you want to put on, as you can see, I already sewed mine on. Any patch, anything you want to put on now is the time to do it. So once you've quilted it, if you want to put your patches on, go ahead and do it now. Okay, so once you're finished, and my stitches came out very clean, very nice. You can't even see them. Very nice. Of course, I have the Louisiana with the little flowers, which should go good with the zipper charm that I'm going to put on, which is the fleur-de-lis at the bottom. Okay. So next step is to grab our zipper. Here comes the challenge, and our where's that two-sided tape. Now, I love using this. However, I hate using it. I have a love-hate relationship. If anybody has a better idea, let me know. It's very thin. I don't know why, but it tends to come out on the front side, and I think I'm not placing it in the right area. I don't know. But it helps so much when you're sewing the zipper on. So I'm going to put the camera up here and aim it downward at the stool. Let's put the light down so you can see. Okay. So my zipper is shorter than the bag, which is fine because if my bag shrinks, that's okay. It's not a big deal. If I can, it gives me more seam allowance. Um, play around with this and see what works for you because I'm by no means the guru of this. I'm still learning this. Okay, keep in mind. All right, get your double-sided tape. And what we're going to do is grab our zipper. We're going to turn it upside down. Okay, so the zipper right here, this is front side where the zipper is. We're flipping it over. We're going to flip it over and we're going to put it centered right here. Okay, upside down. I've only unzipped it a little bit. You want to unzip it a little bit because as you're sewing, you're going to have to move that zipper. And if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, but some people haven't watched it yet. So I'm going to pin even my ends down. Okay, so I'm going to basically measure it not by 7 inches, which is the length of the zipper, because now we've added the tabs, so it's going to be a little longer. The placement of this is very imperative. I'm going to actually move it down just a bit. I think last time I put it up too high was the problem. So I'm going to put it down. Oh, yes, that's much better. And then I'm going to peel this backing off. This is the part it's an extra step and it's quite annoying, but I tell you what, it works, guys, because you're not going to see it. Come on, camera, I need your cooperation, please. Upside down, line it up, place it, and make sure it is completely straight. Okay? Any excess gluey, sticky, two-sided tape on the edge, cut it off. Because I guarantee it is not easy to get it off. All right, as you can see, your zipper is held down very nicely. So you've got the front side up of your outside, okay, of your bag. You've got the zipper lined here. You're really supposed to line it to the edge, but I don't want to run into the problem of the glue again. So I'm going to allow myself a seam, and if my bag shrinks, it shrinks because I don't want to deal with that double-sided tape again. So I moved it down. Okay. Where is my liner? Well, it would be good to have my liner, wouldn't it? Okay, my liner. Here's my liner. This is the front side. This is the back side. We are on the front side here, zipper here. We're going to take this and sandwich it on top. I don't like that edge. Let's go with this edge. Turn it back around. Upside down. Okay? Like that. Okay? Now, this is where you can put some more tape to hold this down. Okay? So what I'm going to do to avoid the problem I had before with the other bag is I'm not going to pin all of it down. I'm just going to do a little portion of it down with double-sided tape. So I'm going to put double-sided tape piece right. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let me see something. We'll put the double-sided tape right here to hold the liner down. And I'm not doing the whole strip of it. I know that some people do. I'm not because I keep having bad problems with this tape. So it is good to go. Sandwiched in between, we've got the back side of our liner and the back side of our front piece. Going to the machine, going to turn you around. And get ready to start. Now we want to move this so it doesn't get messed up. Let's put it over there. That's over there. Okay, here we go. We now have the zipper in between here, okay? We don't want to move it too much. What we're going to do is I'm going to go sew a seam all the way down about 1/4 of an inch right there, okay? I want to make sure that zipper's in there, so I'm feeling around because I did place her lower this time. So let me see. I'm going to go from this direction and see about where she's at. Oh, the zipper's way down here. Let's see. Okay. I think I know where we're at. Okay. Okay. We're not going to start there, guys. We're going to come down to the zipper. I should have told you that. I'm sorry. Right. I got zipper tab. Okay. Now, you're not at this point. Yeah, at this point you can. You can start right above that zipper tab. I'm going to go ahead and stitch all the way down to the end till I feel the end of the zipper. Now my zipper is right here, so I'm going to have to move it once I get a little closer. All right, so we're ready to go. Needle down, and here we go. Let's stitch and go. If I start to have problems with this, I'm going to be very angry. Yep. Apparently it doesn't want. I don't know. My needle may be getting. Okay, that zipper is right there. So I'm going to lift under here, lift up my footer, and move the zipper out of the way. Usually it's a lot easier than this. What the world? This is kind of what happens when you're on video, guys. It's the kind of junk that happens. Okay, back in order here. Keeping it straight, going for it, hopefully. Hopefully we'll be successful. Don't let any wrinkles show up. You want it straight and plain. I'm laughing because once again, I even changed out to better thread, guys. My machine is not liking all of this heavy duty sewing today. To be fair, though, I did just finish quilting, I don't know, 3 projects. So I might need to change my needle. The bad thing about sewing is you have to kind of guesstimate when you need to change your needle. Maybe some master sewists know when you're supposed to. I don't know. I don't know when I'm supposed to change. But I do know that I've changed my footer to use a better footer so I wouldn't have this problem. Yeah, here we go. Where's the end? Now, we're not going to go all the way to the end. I don't think. Yeah, we actually could. Let's just take it all away. I'm going to stop at both places. That way. Okay. So we're going to go all the way down. We went all the way along. I like to do it twice, and I'll tell you why. Because it never fails. I always have a spot that didn't catch. So I'm going to go back through the entire thing one more time. Okay. It's entirely up to you if you want to do that. But I feel like I need to do that. So I'm going to go under here and move the zipper yet again. Halfway down. I'm going to start at the top, get that flush, and then move the zipper and keep going. Where's the zipper? Oh, it's right here. And basically, I'm just double stitching. I'm just making sure that everything is together. I think I didn't have to move my zipper. It feels like it's fitted up here, but I'm not doing right. Okay. I'm going to test it out and just look at it. When we go to iron it in a minute, we're just going to double check. I like to really sew that down because once it's messed up, it is too hard to fix it back. So I may go ahead and do it one, trying to feel where it's at. Because you can't really tell at this point. Um, and I'm probably going to end up having to peel some tape off, but that's okay. That's what I'm looking at now. See if I got the entire zipper. Just kind of look at it, kind of open it up and see if you have any holes or anything like that. It looks pretty good to me. However, I'm going to need to peel this off before I can iron it because it did it again. I'm not quite sure how to use this stuff, guys. It works like a charm, but then it sticks to the outside, and I don't know how to get it where, and you can peel it right off, but I don't know how I can get it where it doesn't do that but still hold as good as it holds, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just doing the best I can. Bear with me. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I just know that it's really helpful to use the two-sided tape, but it is not fun to have to sit and peel it off, which I'm doing now. But again, you can peel it off. I know I have to do it before I hit it with that hot iron. Uh, because our next step is the iron. I might can see it better in the kitchen anyway. So let's go to the kitchen for the iron. And you get to see the new tabletop ironing board I'm using, which is really cool. It's very cool. Okay, here we are in my kitchen. As you know, I'm very pressed for space. So we're coming to the kitchen to do this part, okay? What I was explaining to you is the double-sided tape is really, really good to use. It keeps everything in line. My only problem is it tends to come out on the other side, and it's me probably putting it on incorrectly or not far enough down or something. But when it in fact does this, you have to go back and peel, which I got most of it. I'm going to peel it off while I'm but the problem is I don't want to pull on this too much because it looks really good. If I hit the stickiness with my needle, it's going to be a nightmare, or with the iron. So you just have to kind of play with it and see what you can do. I mean, it almost makes you not want to use it, really. But it just holds so well. But you have to to get this peeled off, it's so weird. Like, it's almost like sticky putty. Like, you have to get in there and you have to kind of pick at it until you can get it. There has to be an easier way. Maybe, I mean, you don't want to wet it, so to speak. You don't want to use your scissors because it's very, very tacky. Super tacky. I wish I knew how that other girl did this. I'm going to have to go back and watch the video and see exactly where she places it. Because it's something to do with my placement. I mean, I absolutely know it is. It makes me not want to use it, but you tell me your thoughts. If you've used this and you know what you're doing and you put it in the right spot, please tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong. Because I did something wrong to have to sit here and peel it. I got some of it off. We're almost there, guys. Yeah, but see, as I'm pulling on it, here's what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to have to leave it. And it's going to stick to my needle. It's going to be a nightmare, but it's okay. All right. I'm not fighting with this anymore. We'll just have to deal with the consequences as they come, so to speak. If you can peel it off. If you can't, push it down by the seam. Because we're going to go sew that seam down in a minute. Let's get the iron going because that thing's frustrating me. All right, get your little iron going. I got water in there. All right, you're going to open it up. Open it up. And you're going to run your iron over it. And what you want to do is you want to really iron it really good, open flat. But when we go to do the next part, we're going to repeat what we just did here on this side. You get what I'm saying? So this will be laying face up. I mean, our fabric underneath will be face up, zipper will be face down, and then the liner. So we're going to have plenty of layers there. But right now, we're going to go ahead and just run an iron over all of it. Just straighten it out, flatten it out. And we're going to go put another stitch along the front. So we need to make sure we've got that nice and ironed. All of it needs to be. This is so cute. I like the colors. I like that the zipper matches the Louisiana flower. Okay. Anyway, so we're about to leave it like this for now. Put your zipper down. We're going to go run a seam. We're going to go run a seam right along here first before we do anything else, okay? So let's do that. Then we're going to come back and iron something else. Again, I'm unplugging my iron. But we have to first put our stitch on the top layer of it, okay? So bringing you over here. I need to move that before something gets hit by accident. Okay. Let's go ahead and run a top stitch along what we just sewed. I have a different footer on my machine. It does help somewhat, but it also, you got to be careful because it's got this little thing right here, but it does keep you on track. I can see right now a problem with my zipper. So, guys, I'm probably have to go. Let me see. I'm going to have to, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and do this same. If my bag messes up, hopefully yours won't. Just ignore mine. I don't know what to do with it. It's going to be jacked up, I guess. I have no idea. I'm over it. Okay. My zipper is not right. In fact, it's not even hardly sewn on here. Hold on, guys. I've got to go back over my zipper. I don't have it. I don't have it. It's not even in between my fabrics. So I'm going to have to reset this. Okay. I'm going to have to go in further and re-sew, guys. I'm sorry. Mine is just not right. Now, it worked out perfect last time I did it. Not this time. So I'm going to have to go way in. My zipper is just way inward. So I'm going to go right here. It's right there. Because what's happening is it's separating from, it's the zipper's not on at all. Does that make any sense? Okay, here we go. Bear with me. I've got to do this. Because mine. All right, let's move the zipper down. I can't believe this did not sew at all. That is just not okay. And, you know, this is the hard part of the zippers is like, it's not easy, guys. People think it's easy to make these little bags. It is not easy. Get back in my spot. So I had to pull the needle up. You have to kind of feel with your hands as well, just to see where exactly you're at. Starting over that part. I mean, sometimes you're just going to run into these things when it comes to these zippers. I mean, I'm having to go further in from where I initially started my seam. So I'm way down, like I've had to go in a whole inch because I had put that zipper so low. I did something wrong. But anyway, I think I was trying to save myself the grief of the tape. What happened instead? Okay, I hope this works. I don't know that it will, guys. We were just about ready to move on to the next bit. And then y'all had to wait on me. Okay, here we go. Hopefully that did it. I don't know if it did or not, but we simply cannot move on until my zipper is right. So just to be sure, I'm gonna hit it one more time. And pull the zipper down. Come on, zipper. In a little bit. Okay. We're gonna make sure it's tacked down. Where's that zipper? There it is. Okay, moving back up. And you know, people don't realize the work that goes into these bags. They're not easy. I guess once I'm really good at it, they might be easy, but they're not easy right now. The zipper is what gets me every single time. It's either the fabric's not where it needs to be, or it's got a gap, or it's not tight, or it's loose. You know, I mean, it's just unreal. All the things that can go wrong. Get him going. Come on, dude. Almost, guys, almost. And if this isn't tacked, then I'm going to just abort the operation. I'm kidding. Okay. I mean, seriously, I put 3 rows of stitches here. If that didn't work, I don't know what to tell you. Let's open it up. Okay. Looks correct. Oh, Jiminy Crickets, it looks good. All right. So we're not going to go sew it again. I mean, iron it again. We're just going to go ahead with what we were going to do initially. So now what we're going to do, now that you've waited on me, thank you. Ideally, you'll go back and you'll iron this to where it's laying flat this way because we need to run a seam down here before we move on. Not attaching the liner. Make sure the liner's away and the zipper's away. We just are reinforcing all of this seam. So you want to get right on that seam as much as you can. And just really trying to stitch it down. I'm not going to worry so much about ironing mine down for the simple fact of the problems, the issues I'm having. Okay. It's too far over. We got to come further. See, so all the same. Now I've got the type of footer that I'm going to have to mess with a minute because yeah, I think I'm going to have to change footers again for this part. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'm going to have to change footers. See what? I'm going to go backwards. Maybe I can just pick right back up where I left off. Okay. I'm going to have to change footers real quick, guys, because this one has a little lever and I really like it for certain things, but okay, what's the deal with this? Let's pull it. There it is. Okay. So I really like this footer for certain things, but it has an attachment on the front to keep your lines straight, and it's getting caught and everything. So this one's, I think I'm gonna use this one. Let's see what this one does. I don't know. Oh yeah, this one might be good, guys. I've been using my new footers from my kit, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know what they're for. I'm just using them to see what they do. They have a specific stitch that they're for, or what? Okay, let's line it up. I want this lined up right here. Okay. Here we go. Try again. I'm just helping my niece. We may have to help it all the way through. Yeah. Just guide it along, guys. If worst case scenario, just guide it along. Just make it happen. Yeah, that's getting stuck on the tape too. Yeah. Ta-da. But I tell you what. Come on, we just got a little bit further. Just a little bit further, machine. I'm walking it. Hopefully you're doing better than me. You probably are. My golly. It's Molly. That'll work for now. All right. So once you've got your little side seam on the front, which it's looking pretty good here. All right. So once you've got that, we're going to move on. All right. Next. All right. So next we're supposed to go iron again because what we need to do is put the other side on. So we're going to go iron this. I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. Because I'm saving us time. I'm not going to be carrying you back in there again. Especially when I keep having technical difficulties. I mean, the whole day has been full of it. I've been trying to make y'all videos, and every time I start recording, my machine acts up or something happens. So that tells me I shouldn't be making recordings today. I don't know. Or my thread and my needle can't seem to get along. I keep having to put a new needle on, which is wasting money. I can tell you this, any needle that was lower than a jeans needle would not work on this project. And I'm not even using thick felt. The felt is no thicker than anything else you'd use. And it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I can't even seem to thread a needle today, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I was all excited about making this pretty bag with you guys, and then yeah, I can't get this side. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do. I mean, I've cut it 3 times. Where is the sharp edge? How much of this do I have on that spool? I'm literally in the hole and cannot get it to go through. I don't know if it's my tweezers. It looks like it's the edge of the thread. I've unplugged it. I'm going to have to resort to other measures. Best invention. When you have issues like this, I think my whole channel has become solving problems. Problem solving. That looks like can't see anything. That's not working for me. Let's try it again. Now, worst case scenario, if you keep having problems like this, tilt that sucker to the wall and where you can see where to put your thread. I mean, I have bad eyesight. We know that I get eye shots. Guys, I finally got it. And sometimes it's very hard for me to do this. All right. Wait a minute. Don't twist it, Amy. Don't. You ever tell yourself, like, not to do something and it's doing it anyway? Yeah. All right. Back in biz. Back in biz. Here we go again. Oh. So funny. You tell yourself you're not going to do something and then you do it. Don't step in that puddle or don't do this. And you think it to yourself and then you do it on accident. Happens to me a lot. Okay. Back on track. Now we need to get the other side ready. So let's do that. We're going to turn you around And here we go. We're going to do exactly the same thing that we did earlier for this side on the other side. Only you've by now taken it to the ironing board and gotten it flat where it needs to be again. Again, we're going to unzip a little and flip it over. The zipper needs to be down. Okay. So zipper's down. Okay. Now, what we need now underneath here is we need to put our other good outer piece, and we need to put it face up. So we're going to lay it face up, the felt down. Okay. Pick up your piece here. Here's the front of it, and this is the front, and we're going to match the fronts. Like sides together with the zipper lined up as such. Very top. So the goal is to make the zipper again sandwiched with our liner. Here's our liner. Liner upside down again. Okay, so we got that. I'm not using tape this time. We're going to try it freehand because I'm not sitting there jacking around with that tape anymore today. Okay, we'll try it without it, see what happens. All right. Ultimately, you should pin it or line it up. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it in one little area here. So I kind of keep my bearings of where I'm at, and the zipper's down there. So I don't have it totally lined up. Hold on, guys. Needs to be lined up, and the zipper should be sandwiched in between all of this. Like that. Okay. Yep. Literally know where they're at now. All right, let's take it to the machine. Everything's sandwiched and ready to go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start stitching just as before. 1/4 of an inch seam if you're doing it correctly. I'm trying. I think the tape makes me worse, I guess, apparently, but I tried it. Okay, let's try it without it. Wait a minute. Now I'm going to go across a couple of times. I suggest you do the same because when you go to flip these over, chances are when you go to iron it, it's going to start coming apart at the seam. So you never know. Do the best you can. Checking underneath periodically for your zipper, making sure that, okay, it's time for me to move my zipper. Big time. Okay, stop right there. Where is the zipper? Here it is. Go underneath, zip it up. Hold on, guys, I'm awfully close to my zipper. Oh, there. You slide it back in. Shoot, I have this all messed up. Let's see where I'm at. Don't want to lose where I was. See, and if you had the tape, none of this would move, but it has moved. I have to pull. I do think my needle's getting dull, but it's all I got right now. So I'm going to help mine on through. Almost, guys. I think we need to breathe. Okay. All right, I have a corner on the other side. I'm going to go back over again because you know what I said. 9 times out of 10, you need to do it again because unless you've got perfect placement the first time, or unless you're a master sewist and know how to do this crap like perfectly, and you may be, I, for one, do not. Okay, we need to start down at the end, and I forgot. Okay, I'll start down here. Just a second. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, zipper's right here. About to hit the zipper. Okay, let's move it out the way so we can go over this one more time. And then, guys, believe it or not, we'll be moving on to the next step. Get under here and move it out the way. All the way down. Zipper's up there. Okay. It should be out the way now. I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and cut and restart because we don't want to mess up. No, zipper's right there. Okay, we're going to go a few notches forward. If you're wondering, sometimes I make silly English accent and phrases because I lived in England a very long time and I loved it. And I was married to an Englishman years ago. And I went back to England to visit several times as well. After I lived there, there it goes again. And I'm telling you, when you hear that noise, that is your bobbin. You know, I really should start cursing about right now. I don't know what I did. I think it was when I pulled it out. Let's fix this problem. Dear Lords. This was a new bobbin that I had just done. I just want you to know this was a new bobbin. So we're just going to pick up one that looks like it'll do a good job, and we're just going to go with it. And if it doesn't do a good job, I'm going to be mad because I'm about done with this threads pulling out and bobbins messing up and oh. But if I knew how to edit, I could edit this stuff out, but I guess I don't know. You have to see it because I don't know how to edit it out. Okay. Where exactly are you? The heck? I want to cut till I know where I'm at. I'm going to rethread this thing again. All right. This is bobbin. This, thank God, is the needle. I thank God I didn't cut it. Got it. All right. Hold on now. You're on the wrong side of the needle. Is anyone else having this much trouble? I just don't know. What in the flippity flip is going on here? I mean, can you guys believe the technical difficulties I've had today? I'm whining. Okay, we got it. Okay. Get that piece of crap out the way. Let's try this again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, where was I? We were just double seaming here just to make sure before we go move on to the next. All right. I'm going to start right here, making sure the zipper's out the way. Good. Let's just start right here. And let's go for it. Hurrah! As the Marines say, hurrah. Okay. Let's open her up. I hope she's right. Looks like it. Looks like it. Looks like we missed a spot down at the end. Yep, hold on, guys. It's a little spot, so I can fix it real quick. I should be able to. And I see exactly where it is. So, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to try to fix it. Find it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, it's one little, it's literally like a half an inch of a spot. The rest of it looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down right here. And this is where it's at. So I'm going to go a little lower. Where's that? Right there. All right, I think the other side needs it too. I'm not sure, but we'll just check. Before we go moving on, I'm always baffled. Like, I watch some of these women on these channels on YouTube. I hope I get like that one day where I'm just like so laid back when I sew because right now I get very frustrated and I get very noisy and I'm not calm and I just wonder how they do that. Like, how do they do that? I don't know. Well, we should have it by now. We better have it. That's all I know. That. Well, it's the same problem as the other side, guys. I have to go in another half an inch or so, or inch, because I still am too far over. I was trying to get closer to the edge of the seam. Oh, my footer just came on. So I have to go in a little further and do it one more time. And then we might can continue on. Yeah, hopefully. Let's see, how many minutes are we at? Oh, we're at an hour. We're gonna have to make part 3. Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna go fight with this, and then we will make part 3 the ending. So bear with me. I'll be back for part 3 shortly because we don't have much more to do after this. I mean, it's not much more. This is the hard part. And so we've got to get this right, because if it's not and it has any holes there, it's not going to look good. So I'm going to go fix my problem, and we'll be back for part 3. And part 3, we will be sewing around we'll separate the liner from the two liners from the two outer. We'll separate the two inner from the two outer, and then we'll cut our little squares in the corner like we did on our felt project. And then once we do that, we'll sew in certain areas, leaving a little bit of a hole on one area in the liner, and then we'll turn it inside out and we'll be done. So we're going to do part 3 and final in just a bit. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys.